to my channel. Happy Monday. Today we will be kitting up my next diamond painting, which is going to be the Herbalist's Helper by Ivy Dolomore. This is a kit from Diamondartclub. It's a 55.8 by 70.6 centimeter round drill canvas, and we have 53 colors to kit up today. So I have my sticker sheet, I have my drills, I have washi tape, I have a tray, dryer sheet, and I was going through my storage containers, and to be completely honest with you guys, I very much need to do a mass kit down. I think I have like 5 diamond paintings, which is almost every kit that I've worked on this year that I have not kitted down. So I very much need to do that. I have plenty of storage, but I went through my storage containers and I have not used these sets with the round containers. I haven't used these in a really long time. This will give me plenty of extra containers if we have colors that will need more than one. So I decided to use those. I got these off of Amazon. I believe they are on my Amazon storefront. So that's what I'm going to be using. And I think that's it. So, first of all, I did my nails. If you saw my monthly haul, I showed you guys a new set of gel nail strips that I was going to try. I put these on Saturday, so I'm filming Sunday morning, and I think they look really, really good. I did a little bit of cuticle work because my nails were a mess, but I don't like to interfere with my cuticles too much, because they are there for a reason. But I did trim them, and I think that these nail strips blend in very well with my nails. So I feel like you can barely even see where they actually, where like the strip actually starts. So this is the set. I will keep you guys posted on how long these last me. I did end up putting a gel coat on top just to kind of hopefully help with the longevity, but I think they turned out really well. I like them quite a bit. So that's my nails. And then I have decided to do a diamond painting tag today rather than a like catch up on my week. To be completely honest with you guys, nothing really happened. I went to work. I didn't have a good end of the week at work, so I don't want to bore you guys with all of that. So I've decided to just forego the life updates for this week in favor of a more curated set of responses in the forms of a diamond painting tag. So I just searched for a diamond painting tag on Google, and it brought up one from Reddit. I feel like I may have done this tag in the past, but I feel like we can always update. This one was created by the Crafty Witch UK. I will try to leave a link to the Reddit post in the description box in case any of you want to complete this as well. And I think we'll just go ahead and get right into it. So the first thing I'm going to do is sort out my colors. I like to sort these by the 100s. So I'm just going to go through quickly and cut all of these bags apart and get them sorted into groups. It's just how I personally prefer to kit up a diamond painting. It works well for me. All right, so looks like we definitely have some colors that we're going to need to use multiple containers for, but I think I'll have enough to do that. 840, 839. I am kitting this one up for the Ivy Dolomore event that is happening in May. And I think this is actually going to be my first event of the year, which is kind of crazy. I used to literally plan my kits around all of the events, and to an extent I do still do that, but I'm not as hard on myself to make sure that I'm working on kits for events. I always want to make sure I'm working on kits that I actually want to work on. But kind of crazy that I think this is my first event for 2025. 451. 500. 37. Okay, almost done. Ooh, I cut that one a little close. We almost had an issue there. All right, 754. Do I have 700 yet? No. Okay. 38, 931, 502, 930. Lots of specials in this one. We have like 4 ABs. I am excited. This is an older, it's not an old Diamond Art Club kit, but it's definitely a little bit older. It's before the perforated cover. So I am excited for that. If you guys have been around for a bit, you know that the perforated cover isn't my favorite. It's fine. I guess I've just kind of gotten used to it at this point. It's definitely not my favorite though. 38. Okay. And just a couple of colors left here. So 400, 700, 400, 300, 638. Okay. Going to try really hard to keep my station somewhat picked up this time. I feel like I always say that in kitten chats and it never actually happens, but we'll see. Okay, so 100, 300, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna do 9, 37s, and 38s over here. Okay, perfect. Now I need to trim my sticker sheet. I do miss the the larger sticker sheets. I don't know why. The new one's fine. I think it's just like, I would definitely describe myself as like a creature of habit. So I think that's probably where my pickiness comes from at that, with that kind of stuff. All right. So that is trimmed. I'm going to put the image off to the side and we can go ahead and get started. Now, for my washi tape for this diamond painting, I chose this like emerald green with the rose gold leaves. I felt like it matched the vibe quite well. So that's going to be for my border and my sections. Excuse me. So for my containers, I'm going to use this rose gold tape. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So, question number 1 from this set of tag questions is, how many paintings have you completed? I have completed, I actually keep track of this in my Instagram bio. I keep track of it by like each year and then all time completed. So according to my Instagram, which I believe is up to date, I have completed 171 diamond paintings, which might not seem like a lot to some, and that's fine. But I only count my large finishes. So I don't and this is not like, I'm not telling you you shouldn't count your finishes. You should count whatever you consider a diamond painting finish. I don't count, for example, the mini dazzle sets. I don't count like the calendar pages or the sparkle pals or anything smaller like that, I don't consider to be a finish. That doesn't mean you can't. I only count full-size diamond paintings, and I've just always done that since I first started diamond painting. I have only counted larger finishes. So have I finished more diamond painting things? Yes, but canvas wise or large canvas wise, I have completed 171. I don't know that we'll hit 200 this year, if I'm being honest with you. I would like to say we will. I don't think that that's the case. I've definitely slowed down a little bit. I don't complete as many finishes a month as I used to, which is fine. So I don't know that we'll hit 200, but I can try. We'll see. I would like to do something special for my 200th finish like I did for my 100th finish. But we'll see. I'm not going to make that decision until I actually have it within reach. Question number 2 is, how many paintings are in your stash? I did a diamond painting stash video in December of 2024. And I want to say I was around 200. So I would say I'm probably somewhere around that same number. The last couple of years, I've definitely tried to prioritize kits in my stash versus just buying something from every like new release. As tempting as that is, I've really tried to focus a bit more on my stash. This year, things are a little bit different with the Diamondart Club stuff. So, you know, I have been receiving more diamond paintings than I've been buying. But I am still definitely focused on my stash and trying to get through them. So we'll see at some point. Honestly, I think I have enough diamond paintings to last me the rest of my life. But I still obviously like all the new things that come out, so we'll see. But yeah, I do have a pretty large stash, and honestly, like, I know that some people are like, yeah, but I make YouTube videos, which is true, obviously, but I feel like even before I made YouTube videos, I still had a pretty large stash. So I think even if I didn't make videos, I think I would still have a larger stash, but we'll see. Hopefully I can get the number down a little bit this year. What is your diamond painting origin story? So this was I think I started diamond painting in 2018. I think it was 2018. It might have been 2019. I've always been crafty. I've always liked watching like craft YouTube channels and stuff. But I was very into the planner world. And for some reason, those two things like cross paths. So like diamond painting videos were suggested to me after watching planner YouTube videos. So I kind of been like, oh, this is interesting. And then Steven's mother, Steven is my boyfriend, his mother received a diamond painting as a gift from one of her friends. And I was like, oh my gosh, I've been seeing that online. And she was saying like how much she enjoyed it. And I decided to check it out. And I ordered a kit off of Amazon. I think like a lot of us when we first started diamond painting, Amazon was just the easiest. It was the cheapest. It was still a relatively new hobby, at least in the States, when I found it. And I remember finding Diamondart Club and seeing the prices of their kits, and I was like, whoa. So I ended up buying off of Amazon for a bit until I learned about the whole licensing thing. So that's how I started diamond painting. I actually was asking Teresa Steven's mother, not that long ago, about her friend who gave her the diamond painting. And I found out that she doesn't diamond paint anymore, which is a shame. Kind of crazy though, that like that prompted me to diamond paint, and then here I am making YouTube videos about diamond painting. It's kind of funny how that stuff works out. So I really haven't looked back. When I first started diamond painting, I was going back to college. I was taking a couple of college courses. I was doing a career change and I wanted to take a couple of classes on some things, and I ended up not being able to diamond paint, obviously, while school was in session, because I was working full-time as a teaching assistant and I was also taking some college classes. So I had to stop diamond painting for a little bit, and then COVID hit and I was right back in, you know, I was working from home because the schools were closed, and then I was also doing schooling from home. And then once that ended, I was right back to diamond painting, and that is when I picked up my first Diamondart Club. So, oh gosh. So yeah, I have been diamond painting. I'm going to say it was 2019, just by giving you that timeline. I think it would make sense that I ordered my first diamond painting from Amazon, I want to say in like August of 2019, and then I started taking more college classes that fall. That makes sense to me. And then obviously COVID would have hit in what, February, March of 2020. Yeah, so that all makes sense to me. I think it would have been August of 2019 that I ordered my first diamond painting. And here we are. Here I am kitting up a diamond painting with you guys. I am able to work with companies, and it's crazy. I never would have imagined that this stuff would have happened. I do wish that I had started my channel earlier, like during COVID times, but Steven and I were actually living with his parents, so I gave up the lease on my apartment and we moved in with his parents, and then COVID hit. So we were, you know, all that fun stuff. And then we bought our house in October of 2020. So crazy times. So it's wild to me that it was all that long ago. Sometimes it really does feel like it was just yesterday. So that's my diamond painting origin story. Question number 4 is, what is your favorite diamond painting company to purchase from? I'm going to say Diamondart Club, and I don't want you guys to take that for like me promoting them for any other reason. I have been a Diamondart Club customer for years now. I was a huge customer from them even before, you know, I started doing videos for them. They were definitely the largest company in my stash. If you go back to my stash video from December of 2024, before any of this started, you will see that Diamondart Club was well over half of my stash. I just enjoy their rendering style. I do like to mix it up, of course. I would say Dreamer Designs is another company that I do enjoy purchasing from. I'm just a little bit more particular about the kits that I order from them. I really only like their rounds, and I don't love as many of their artists. I primarily order from Dreamer Designs for their Curtis Reikovich paintings, which I need to work on one of those soon. It's been a while since I've done a Curtis Reikovich. But yeah, I would say it's definitely Diamondart Club. Some of my favorite artists are licensed with them. I like their rendering style, their quality. I just, in saying that though, like I mentioned before with the first question, I'm definitely more in the mindset of like focusing on what I already have versus purchasing. I remember telling you guys a couple weeks ago there was a kit that I really, really wanted that ended up selling out and I wasn't able to get. And that was really the first kit in a long time that I actually felt that like, oh man, you know, like it used to be, I used to wait by my phone for that like 12 p.m. text from Diamondart Club, like new releases are live, and I would be buying something every weekend. And I just don't feel that I need to do that. Obviously there are kits that I like, that I love, but I feel like when you have as large of a stash as I do, at some point you're kind of just like, I need to work on what I have. So that's kind of where I'm at. I do still have my eye on that freaking, what was it? Was it like a dragon book painting or whatever it was? Oh, it was so cute. So yeah, favorite diamond painting company. I feel like I went off on a little bit of a tangent there. Definitely Diamondart Club. They are the majority of my stash. Number 5 is, what is your go-to media / entertainment while diamond painting? I usually usually watch YouTube videos. Right now, when I get home, usually the Karen Reed case is still on. So I will come in and I'll, you know, put that on and diamond paint. YouTube is kind of my main entertainment at this point anyway. I do enjoy watching live court. I also like to watch booktube videos and like commentary channels. I do enjoy just a lot of YouTube. I'll also stream. Like I have some TV shows that I still like to follow, so I will put that on. On Sundays, I like to watch the NASCAR race while I diamond paint. And occasionally I will listen to an audiobook. So I mainly audiobook at work, but if I'm like really close to finishing a book or, you know, I'm just like really into it, I will listen to that while I diamond paint. But for the most part, I will watch YouTube or stream something. Wow, those went all over the place. Okay. Next up is your favorite category to diamond paint. Ooh. This has definitely changed over time. When I first started diamond painting, I was definitely a landscape girly. I didn't really do many portraits. So it was, honestly, it was mainly landscapes. I loved Chuck Pinson. I still do. I haven't done one in a while. I do have one on my schedule for the end of this month, so hopefully I can get to that one. But I really primarily only worked on landscapes. And then I started working on animals, so like cat diamond paintings, of course, are some of my favorites. And then I wish I could remember what my first like portrait diamond painting was. I'll have to go back and do like a little bit of investigating. 451. But I did end up working on a portrait at some point, and I kind of haven't looked back. Surprisingly, there are some months where like all I work on are portrait kits, and I'm like, this is so different than when I first started diamond painting. I do love a good portrait. You guys, of course, know I do still love diamond painting animals, and I do still enjoy the landscape kits. I just feel like I have to prepare for them a little bit more these days because I know that there's going to be confetti in them, especially the Chuck Pinsons. So I need to know ahead of time that that's what I want to work on. So like I mentioned, I do plan to do a Chuck Pinson after this diamond painting. So hopefully I'm still up to that when the time comes. I need some dryer sheet. Okay, number 7 is, which artist have you completed the most canvases from? It would definitely have to be Mandy Manzano. In, was it 2022 or 2023? I think it was 2022. I did a year of Mandy Manzano. So I worked on one kit from her every month, which was a lot. I love Mandy Manzano. I definitely need to work on a kit from her as well. I have a number of her kits in my stash, but there was a little while when she, like, Diamondart wasn't releasing anything from her. So I didn't want to work on all my kits in fear that maybe, you know, they weren't going to license with her anymore. That is not the case. They have since released a number of kits from her, which is great because she is definitely one of my favorites. I did enjoy doing the year of Mandy Manzano kits. Her images are great to work on because they're pretty color blocky since she does all that black line work, you know, like the stained glass effect. So you are able to move through her kits pretty quickly, but I don't know that I would do that again. It was fun to do it once. I just don't know that I would need to do that again. But I worked on some beautiful diamond paintings for that year. So yeah, definitely Mandy Manzano. I would say after Mandy, it would probably be Chuck Pinson, because I worked on a bunch of his right at the start of, like, when I found Diamondart. My first kit from Diamondart was a Chuck Pinson, so I've definitely worked on a lot from him as well. Which artist do you own the most canvases from? Would definitely be Chuck Pinson. I was collecting everything that Diamondart was putting out with Chuck Pinson, but then I couldn't keep up. They were releasing so many that I couldn't keep up with the releases. There were some weekends where it was like 2 of his kits, and I just couldn't make that work. So I do have a huge collection from him. I couldn't even tell you offhand how many I have, but a lot. I would love to get caught up at some point. I think some of them have probably been discontinued at this point, so I'm sure I would be missing a few, but I do have a lot of kits from him. Also, part of the problem with the Chuck Pinsons is Diamondart started going so big with his canvases, and they would all come out in squares. Like, you used to be able to get them in like a 50 something by 70 something in round drills, and now they're like 60 by 100 centimeters in square with 87 drills. So yeah, I decided to take a little bit step back from those really big confetti heavy kits. What do you like to use in your diamond painting pen? I pretty much exclusively use micro glue dots in my single placer. I have been doing that for years at this point. I don't use my single placer a lot when I diamond paint. I primarily diamond paint with a multi-placer, and I will just pick up like the 1 or 2 drills that I need with the multi-placer side. So I don't really use a single placer a lot, but I do like to have my single placer available if I want to like nudge some drills around. And the micro glue dots, they last me through an entire painting. I don't even have to think about refilling. I could probably move the single placer to the pen for my next kit, and I could probably get through that whole kit as well. So if you haven't tried the micro glue dots, they're amazing. I definitely recommend the micro size. Don't get the mini, go even smaller, and they fit into the pen so much better. But I do love my micro glue dots. And then for my multi-placer, I like to use putty. So I have a few companies that I really like. I think my favorite is still the NYX's Notions. I don't know why I can never say that. Their putty. It's kind of like a gel putty hybrid. It's one of my favorites. I can usually fill my multi-placer once and I don't have to worry about refilling it through the kit, which I really like. Some of my other favorites are, I'm blanking. I like the one from Putty Ella Mud. I used to really like the ones from Randa's Crafty Corner. I just haven't purchased those in a while. I feel like there's another brand that I'm blank. Oh, Excuse Me Designs. That's another favorite. I feel like that one is very long lasting as well. If I'm working on something that's has like a lot of special drills, I will just use regular wax, like the pink wax or blue or whatever color you get with your kit. I will use that as well. I just don't find it to be as long lasting. All right. Next question. What do you do with your finished diamond paintings? Now, I feel like I have a little bit of a controversial take on finished diamond paintings. I don't actually display my finished kits. We do have one hanging in our bathroom because we needed something behind the toilet and I wanted to do shelving, but there like wasn't enough anchors or whatever. I don't know. So we ended up hanging a diamond painting because it was lightweight. It needs to go. It's starting to like fall in the frame because it's so heavy. The frame isn't starting to fall. The canvas is starting to fall in the frame. So you can like see the border. I would still like to do shelving there, but I'll have to consult with Steven on that. But I actually diamond paint just for the enjoyment. I don't diamond paint to display them. I also just don't really have somewhere that I could display them. I guess I could hang some of them in this spare room. It's just not really, I don't know. They don't really fit my like decor style. So I don't diamond paint to, you know, have artwork. I diamond paint to diamond paint because I like the process. So I store my diamond paintings. I have actually done a video on this. I store my diamond paintings in, oh gosh, this container is completely broken. Okay, cool. What is going on? All right, so I guess that's not gonna close. Hopefully I don't have to go anywhere with these drills. What was I saying? Oh, I use large moving bags. So they're kind of like, if you remember the old school like bulletin board bag, they're kind of like that, but they're just heavier duty and you can fit so many diamond paintings in them. Like I said, I have done a video on that in the past and they work really well. I just roll them up with the drills facing out and that's where they live. I don't know if I'll ever do something with them. The idea of not having them, I don't like. I don't like that idea because Steven's mom has been like, oh, why don't you sell them? And that just doesn't appeal to me. I like having them. I like knowing that if I wanted to, I could go back through and look at them or show them to you guys. I feel like that's kind of an added layer too, is I like knowing that if I wanted to do a video on a certain type of kit or something that I've already done, I have them. I just have to find it, you know? I don't know, the idea of not having them makes me sad. So I don't think I'll ever actually do anything with them. They're just gonna live in their little bags and it'll be somebody else's problem in, you know, 50 years or whatever. Let's see. Do you open kits as soon as you get them? I used to. when diamond painting first kind of took off, there was this big thing like you need to go through, you need to check your kit so you can reach out to the company in case you don't have what you need. And then it kind of became a lot of companies have like the insurance. If you run out of drills or whatever, companies will just send it to you. So I really don't do that anymore. Also because I do unboxings on my channel, and I like to keep the ones that I have not unboxed with you guys yet. I keep them in the, like, I keep the box wrapped in the cellophane so that I know, oh, you haven't unboxed this on your channel yet. So I don't anymore, but I definitely used to. As soon as I got a diamond painting, I was like, oh, I need to see what it looks like. So I would open it and take a look. But yeah, I don't really do that anymore. What is your unicorn kit? There are a couple of princesses that I am missing from Mandy Manzano. I was able to get most of them before they were discontinued. I do not have the Rapunzel kit. I think it was is it the Lost Princess? I don't have that one. I also wanted the, I think it's called Blue Zion, which is the Avatar-esque image from Mandy Manzano. And oh, I think there's a Little Mermaid one in Mandy Manzano's Princess Panel style. I don't think I have that one. Honestly, I have kind of grown out of the unicorn, diamond painting unicorn thing. My biggest unicorn was the, oh gosh, what is it called? Daughter of Peace, from Mandy Manzano, which I have talked about a few times on my channel. I do own that. I was able to get it through a family that was selling diamond paintings for a member of the community who had passed away. So I was able to get it through that. And I cried when I unboxed it. I still get like emotional when I think about it. I have not worked on it because the thought of it not being in my stash makes me sad. Which I know is weird, but whatever. Since then, I think I've kind of just been like, I have the kit that like I really, really, really wanted, and I'm fine with that. I have not bought a diamond painting D-stash since that painting. I guess it's kind of like the markup of them that can be a little bit frustrating. I've seen some of those kits go for so much money, and you know what, if people are willing to pay that, then obviously those things are going to sell. But I don't know, I think the longer I've diamond painted, I just am kind of like, I'm so lucky to have the kits that I do have, that I don't feel the need to seek out kits that I have missed. Do I get bummed? Sure. You know, I'll see somebody work on a kit and I'm like, oh man, I can't believe I missed that one. But it's not like, I don't know. It's not like the huge FOMO. Do you guys remember the year that Diamondartclub did like limited edition for almost everything they were releasing? And it was like, if you didn't buy it, you were never going to see it again. They got me so bad that year. I feel like after that, I was like, you know what? It's just a diamond painting. It's not the end of the world. I'm going to enjoy watching other people work on it, and I have plenty of other kits that I can work on. Which kit are you most looking forward to working on? Ooh. I'm trying to visualize my stash. I don't know, honestly. I'm thinking. What am I most looking forward to working on? Let me check my... No, I don't want... Go away. Leave me alone. Thank you. Sorry, I got a pop-up from Good Notes. They're trying to get me to upgrade to their new one, but I had already bought their first version, so I'm not buying another one. Where's my, oh, here it is. Ooh, yeah. I cannot wait to work on Rainy Day Mermaid from Erica the Goober. I'll pop up a picture for you guys. That was I guess that was probably a unicorn kit for me for a while. I kept missing the restocks, and then I was finally able to snag it. That kit is very fall vibes to me, so I'm holding out to work on it then. But I'm very much looking forward to that one. So I feel like that's probably the kit I'm most looking forward to working on. I do have some other kits lined up this year that I'm excited about, of course. I have chosen them, so I would hope I'm excited about them. But that one's always kind of in the back of my mind. Next up is, do you prefer confetti, color blocking, or a mix? The last time I talked to you guys, I probably would have said, or I feel like I've done this tag before, so I really do. I can't remember, but I feel like I have done this before. But I feel like if I have done this one before, my answer was probably a mix, which is still true, kind of. I used to not care. And I will say, like, it being confetti or color blocking doesn't prevent me from buying a kit. If it's a diamond painting that I love, I'm going to buy it regardless. Same as like drill shape, but I do love a good mindless color blocking session, especially like at the end of a work day when I'm coming home to just like chill for the couple of hours that you get at home after a day of work. A mindless color blocking session is so nice. I do definitely see the value in confetti, in larger size kits, and all of that, but if we're talking just like turn my brain off and diamond paint, I want color blocking. I don't want to have to think about it. So I think I probably lean more on the color blocking side. Like I said, I will work on a confetti kit. I kind of have to like amp myself up to do it, but I will certainly do that. But I do get excited when I look at a kit and I'm like, oh my God, there's so much color blocking. Gimme. I also think that I'm just able to finish, I'm able to finish those kits so much faster, which I feel like is kind of a side effect, if you will, of making diamond painting videos. Especially like I have my post review Friday series, so I need to make sure that I'm not going too many weeks in a row without having a kit for post review Friday. So I feel like some of that stuff is definitely YouTuber dependent, but I would say I probably prefer color blocking. Yeah. Okay, let me get this big bag because I'm seeing some static and I do not want to spill these. So we have one jar. Kind of wishing I didn't use 4 jars for the 310. I'm hoping I have enough containers for all these colors. I might have to go back and rearrange a little bit, but we'll see. Okay, let's take care of this static. Much better. Like the colors that I use 2 containers for, I'm fine with, but like I said, the 310 I used 4. So I feel like that might have been not the best decision. Okay, next question is, how do you pick out a new project? If you guys are new here, I do a series on my channel called Plan My Kits With Me. Very creative name, I know. I do that quarterly. So we just let's see, it would have been at either the very end of March or the very beginning of April. I can't remember when I did the video. I did my Plan My Kits With Me for April, May, and June. And I like to sit down with you guys. I will go through what events are happening, seeing if there's anything obviously that I want to participate in. And I will just go through my stash with you, and I will let you guys know if anything has kind of been on my mind, anything that's sticking out to me from my stash, and that's how I plan. Now, I am not somebody who can just finish a kit and then be like, what do I want to work on? And then just like walk to my stash and pick out a kit. I wish I could be like that. I do like to have a plan. I like to know ahead of time what I'm working on. Obviously that changes if a new release comes out, or, you know, maybe, for example, at the end of April, I had hoped to finish a 3rd kit, but I just realized I didn't have enough time. So I worked on a mini dazzle set instead. It's not set in stone, but I do like having an idea of what I'm going to be working on. So yeah, I would say I go based off of the vibes, but then I also do just like to kind of have an idea of what events are happening in the community and if there's anything that I want to work on that would fit. So this kit, the Herbalist Helper, I think this is on my 25 kits for 2025. Is it? Oh no, it's not. Okay. For some reason I thought this one was on my 25 kits for 2025. But I had just kind of had this one in the back of my mind for a while now. And the Ivy Dolomore event was in May, so I was like, perfect. Check it off the list. So that's how I plan. It's much different than a lot of people, but it works for me. What is your favorite season or holiday to diamond paint for? Ooh, I love summer diamond paintings. I love the beach. So I do a lot of beach themed kits. I love lighthouses. So usually I feel like starting in June, I'll do at least one lighthouse kit a month for the summer months. I don't know. I have so many beach diamond paintings and I really love working on them. Holiday wise, I love Christmas diamond paintings. Of course, I usually start my Christmas kits in November and work on them right through until the end of December. I have a ton of Christmas kits as well, so yeah, I'm very much looking forward to summer diamond paintings. I think I have already picked, did I pick a lighthouse kit already for June? I feel like I did. Hold on, let me double check. Let me consult the logbook here. Yes, I did. So for June, I have already chosen an ocean image and a lighthouse image. So I definitely love the summer diamond paintings. I'm actually going to put a little bit of dryer sheet in this one. We're getting there. We're almost done. Okay, perfect. Back to the questions. Where was I? Oh, how many whips do you have on the go? I am a one diamond painting at a time kind of gal. I do not enjoy having more than one going at a time. I know that's probably not the preferred for a lot of you. I know a lot of you like to have a round and a square going at the same time. I feel like if I allowed myself to have more than one diamond painting going, I would never finish a diamond painting, and I just can't. I can't handle that. So I only work on one at a time. It works for me. I am toying around with the idea of having a camp only diamond painting this year. So Steven's parents have a camp in the Adirondacks, and we go a lot. Steven goes like every weekend in the summer. I go most weekends. I do like to be home some weekends out of the summer. But I don't know, I'm considering having just a camp diamond painting this year. I don't know if that would be like mini dazzles or like one larger kit that I just leave up there and then I share with you guys at the end of the summer. I don't know. I haven't decided just yet. The thing is like, I am on a little bit of a schedule, right, with diamond painting because I plan my videos out for the month. I try to give myself a ballpark of when I need to have a kit done. Because obviously I need to plan, like, is it going to be a Kitnchat, a wipnchat? Is there going to be a post review this Friday? All that kind of stuff. And there are some times where, like, I need to be able to diamond paint on the weekend, that larger kit that I'm working on. So I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards having mini dazzles that just stay up there. And then if I'm in a little bit of a time crunch, then I can bring my larger kit. I don't know. I have to kind of figure that out. And I have to figure it out kind of quickly because while their camp is open, Memorial Day is kind of, you know, the big kickoff of summer. So I guess I need to make that decision somewhat quickly. We'll see what I decide. I'll keep you guys posted. Do you prefer neutral, dark, or colorful artwork? I don't know. That's a good question. I feel like every color palette has its time, you know, like I feel like I work on a lot of darker kits in the winter, like a lot of dark blues and blacks, and then in the spring and summer and the fall, I enjoy more colors in a color palette. So I don't know, actually. The majority of the year, probably either neutral or colorful. In the winter, probably dark. I feel like that's a decent answer. That's a tough one though. I need some more dryer sheet. Oh my gosh, I cannot cut this. There we go. Okay, next question. Small, big, or snack size canvases? I definitely just put the wrong color in here. Hold on. I put the label on, but I grabbed the wrong bag. Okay, so this is $37.99 is this one. And then this is $37.78. Okay. There we go. Crisis averted. Small, big, or snack size? I definitely have started preferring these smaller size kits probably over the last, like, close to the last year. I definitely don't always prefer like the really small snack size kits. When I say small, I'm thinking like 50 by 60 ish, like the 50 by 71, which we see quite a bit. kind of in that range, just because I feel like I can finish that in about a week, and that just feels good to me. Like roughly a week, sometimes maybe like 10 days per diamond painting just feels good to me. Feels like I'm moving through my stash, but also working on a fair amount of diamond paintings. The super large canvases, it kind of depends exactly on what the measurements are. Like for example, a Mandy Manzano princess panel, which are like 42 wide by whatever it is, like 120 something long in centimeters. That, because they're so narrow, doesn't seem as big as they are. But the kits that are like 80 centimeters by 100 and whatever, those I'm like, that's too big. Also, like, they're hard to fit on my drafting table. I don't like my kits to be like super cramped. I like to be able to move things around, and some of those larger ones I just can't deal with. So I would say if I had to rank diamond painting size, I would go smaller, big kits if I'm looking for like a confetti heavy or like a high detail image, and then probably snack size at the end. I do like to squeeze in some snack size kits every now and then. But not as like my every kit that I'm working on type of thing. Okay, come on. Oh gosh, some static in this one. I think I am going to have to go back through and adjust some of the colors, the number of containers that I use, because I am not going to have enough containers here, which is annoying. I did a bad job picking out my containers for this one. All right, next question is, which do you like best, pens or tweezers? I'm definitely a diamond painting pen girl. I do not like to diamond paint with tweezers. I'm still, like, even this many years into diamond painting, I am still amazed by the people who can diamond paint with just tweezers. Like, there are some people who just have it down, and that is amazing to me. Couldn't be me. I love my diamond painting pens, my multi-placer, all of that. Did you need something, Steven? Okay, so rather than try and move drills around that I've already kitted up, I decided to just grab a few more round containers and I'll just leave them off to the side. I don't feel like, I'm one of those people who I much prefer to have all of my drills kitted up in containers. I don't like having them still in baggies. So I like it better to have just some extra containers off to the side. Okay, squares or rounds is the next question. Definitely rounds. I think I have made that very clear over the last couple of years. However, I won't let the kit being a square stop me. So if it's still a kit that I love, that I really, really want to work on, I will work on it regardless of the drill shape. I do prefer if the drills are round, personally. What's the best method for you to place ABs? I like to use the regular putty that I have in my multi-placer, but I like it to be a little bit dirty. So usually what I will do is I will place the rest of my section in its entirety without the special drills. And then once I have laid down all the regular drills, I will go back and I will place the specials, specifically the ABs. Why did I do that? I'm already grabbing for the wrong thing here. Hold on. What am I doing? And then obviously as you move through the canvas and the putty that you have just gets a little bit older, you can definitely place your ABs first, but I kind of just always follow that pattern where I will do all of the non-special drills first, and then I'll go back and I'll do all the specials last. It's kind of like saving the best for last type of thing. Okay. And then, now I don't know which one is actually supposed to be in here. Okay, this one. The only thing is I don't want to mix up the containers because these round ones go in my 60 bottle ArtDot storage, and I want to try to make sure I keep them where they're supposed to be. Okay, 38.55. How do you section your diamond painting? I use washi tape. It's not really a thing so much anymore with Diamondart since they have the perforated cover and you can just kind of peel your sections off. But I do like to use washi tape. I have videos on that from perforated cover days, but I like to measure out a certain number of rows. Usually depending on the size, it's either 4 or 5, and then it's usually 3 or 4 columns, and that kind of gives me an idea of how long I think it'll take the diamond paint. It'll take me to finish the diamond painting. So if I'm sectioning something and it has, oh my gosh, jeez Louise, and it has like 10 sections, then that gives me an indicator that this kit should take me roughly 10 days. If it's a very color blocky kit and I can get 2 sections done a day, then, you know, it'll take me a little bit less. But I like to make a size of a section that I feel like I can finish in a day. I do not like to leave a section unfinished. So if I'm sitting down to diamond paint, I want to know that I can finish that evening. And then I have somewhat of an idea of how long the kit will take me, which again helps me with my YouTube schedule. What other hobbies do you enjoy? I love to read. You guys know if you watch the channel regularly. I love to read. I also love to just craft in general. I need to make my May pom-pom garland for my bookshelf. I have not done that yet. I also like to make bookmarks. I like to do Legos. Reading and diamond painting are definitely my main hobbies though. I spend most of my free time doing those things. And then the final, number 25, is to tag others to answer these questions. If you're watching this video and you want to answer them either in the comment section, or if you have a YouTube channel and you want to answer these questions, please do so. I would love to hear your guys' answers. I love tags. I do not just diamond painting tags. I do tag questions very often. I enjoy being kind of like prompted through the video of things to talk about so that it doesn't get boring to you guys. So I love a good tag. If you guys have any tag questions, maybe something that you've made up, it doesn't have to be just diamond painting. It can be seasonal or whatever. Let me know. I would love to give those questions a go. I have done a lot and it can be hard to kind of keep track of which ones I've already done. So yeah, let me know if you have any tags that you would like me to do. I'm gonna finish up this last color and we will be all set. Let's see if I can get these ones out here. Lots of static in the 3865. Oh my gosh, hold on. So much static. Okay, one more bag. I need another dry sheet. I'm gonna do a big piece this time. All right, I have plenty of extra 3865, so I'm not gonna mess around too much trying to get those out. I'm just gonna be done with what we have here and we'll make it work. So that means that Herbalist Helper is all kitted up and ready to go, which is great because today is the 4th and I have not diamond painted yet for the month of May. So I'm already a little bit behind, but I think we'll be all right. As a reminder, here is the diamond painting. Again, it's Herbalist Helper by Ivy Dolomore. This is a round kit and it is 55.8 by 70.6 centimeters. So that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the diamond painting tag questions. Again, if you want to answer them in the comments, I'd love to know. I'd love to know your answers to them. Even if you just want to answer a couple of the questions, please feel free to do that. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.